Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel SciTech. In today's video do the Antutu Benchmark test comparison between the iQOO 3 versus the Realme X7 Max device. And during this process of demonstration, I'll try to use the Antutu version, which is a 9.1.0. And this is my first time doing the Antutu Benchmark test in this iQOO 3 device using this latest version. The iQOO 3 has got the Snapdragon 865 chipset and which has got the 8GB RAM variant. Same thing with the 8GB RAM variant from the Realme X7 Max, but Dimensity 1200 chipset. Let's see how well these both phones will be able to compete with each other and how much the higher temperatures of both phones can actually reach. Maximum temperature, that is what I meant during this process of demonstration. That is what I'm going to check between both phones, which will increase higher temperatures. So let's compare with the CPU and the GPU scores. And one more thing, during this process, I'm not using any ultra game mode. There is no monster mode, there is no high performance mode, nothing. Just basic Antutu benchmark score I'm trying to run in both phones. That's it. No, not any kind of enhancement doing in this kind of demonstration. And brightness in both phones, I did keep exactly 50% brightness. As you can see, it's exact 50% brightness only during this process of demonstration. As I said, there is no monster mode, there is no high performance mode, nothing is enabled during this process of demonstration. Let's start the test again. Let's see in which phone will be having what kind of temperatures during this process of demonstration. And this is going to be really very interesting and challenging, friends, because the Snapdragon 865, sometimes it also comes close to Dimensity 1200. Yes, in terms of the Antutu benchmark scores. So I do know some of the Realme X7 Max users, they are getting 7 lakhs benchmarks in the Realme X7 Max. So right now my variant is of 8GB RAM variant. This is a 8GB RAM variant. I'm not sure about the 12GB RAM variant, but in the 8GB RAM variant, the highest so far I got about close to 6,85,000, 6,84,000. That's it in this phone. As you can see, the temperatures right now in the beginning of the test between both phones, not bad. Kind of close to each other in terms of the temperatures, 34 degrees and 34 degrees I'm getting at this point. So I can be back after a certain time. Let's see which phone can actually increase what type of temperatures. This is my first time doing with the Antutu version, which is a 9.1.0 in this iQOO 3 device. And recently, a lot of users, they're actually thinking to buy the Snapdragon 865 processor for mobile phones like iQOO 3, maybe the Realme X50 Pro or the Mi 10T. And they're really asking a lot of questions like which phone has got what type of performance and which phone has got what type of Antutu benchmark results. So that is the reason I thought of doing side-by-side comparison right now. So which might be useful for some of the users with the latest Antutu version. So both are 8GB RAM variants. That's one thing you should definitely understand. And temperatures right now 36 degrees in the Realme X7 Max, 35.4 degrees in the iQOO 3 device, not bad. The temperatures start to increase higher, as you can see, friends, temperatures. So when it comes to the temperature, which processor will be heating, I would say the Dimensity 1200. Yes, this will heat a little bit, just not more, I would say. I mean, if this phone experiences close to 38 degrees, this phone will experience 39 degrees. Only 1 degree, slightly more, we can actually observe in the Dimensity 1200 chipsets. .4. So again, I'll be back after a certain amount of time. Then we can actually discuss what is the temperatures between both phones. So right now, as you can see, friends, we're kind of close to 80% as well during this process of demonstration. Let's check the temperatures. So 38.4 degrees and 37.4 degrees. As you can see, the difference how it is between both phones. So as I said, the 1 degree always I'll try to notice slightly more in the Realme X7 Max, not only in the Realme X7 Max, in the Dimensity 1200 chipset. And it also depends on which phone the processor is in. So let's see now. This is going to be a really interesting thing, friends, between these both phones in terms of the CPU and the GPU scores, how much it can be difference. So that is what my main focus will be there during this process of demonstration, looking at the CPU and the GPU scores. So right now, let's check the temperatures. It's of 37.8 degrees, slightly a bit kind of cooled down, not bad. 36.6 degrees, as you can see the difference how it is, 36.2 degrees. So overall 1 degree is slightly less in the iQOO 3 device. Let's see what will be the scores, how much the CPU and the CPU scores. As you can see, friends, the Antutu benchmark score is finished between both phones and it's kind of really very close to each other. As you can see, friends, just only few numbers different, but the clear winner is the Realme X7 Max, slightly got high points. But let's focus on the CPU and the GPU scores this time. Let's see how much difference is there in the CPU and the GPU. So right now in the CPU segment, you can see the 189 and 175. You can see between both phones how much difference in terms of the CPU scores. And GPU score is 236 and 229 in the iQOO 3 device. As you can see friends, the iQOO 3 device, not bad. So both phones really very close. Very close. As you can see friends, 211 and 179. It's kind of really strange to see this kind of performance. As I said, you can see the temperatures, 3 degrees and 3.9 degrees. Exactly, yes. 1 degree is slightly more in the Realme X7 Max. In my experience, this is what I did learn with the Realme X7 Max when compared with the Snapdragon 865 chipsets. That is what my main motive, and you can see the same percentage of battery got decreased between these two phones. So this is a quick result friends using the Antutu Benchmark version, which is a 9.1.0. Even though the Snapdragon 865 is still 1 year old processor, but still it was able to perform really very good. Yes, it's kind of close to Dimensity 1200 and even kind of close to Snapdragon 870 chipset as well. So not only in the Antutu Benchmark test, even I am really very much impressed with the CPU throttling test and other comparisons whenever I do in the Snapdragon 865. So thank you for watching this video friends, and hopefully I think you got the answer what it is. And in my next video I'll try to do the high performance mode in maxed out settings in high performance mode and the maxed out settings in the ultra game mode and the maybe monster mode. In the next video I'll try to definitely do that video as soon as possible for you all. So stay tuned for this video friends, and thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Until then, bye.